Do you have problems with gophers digging in your yard? Are gopher mounds popping up everywhere? Hi, I'm Melissa, and I'm going to show you how to deal with these pesky gophers. The first thing you're going to need to trap gophers are gopher traps. These are my favorite. Victor brand gopher traps. You can find these at all the big box hardware stores. I bought mine off Amazon, and I put a link below where you can click and go to Amazon and check these out for more information. So let's get to work. There's an assortment of tools you're going to need to trap gophers. One of your most important tools is a spade. So a spade is a shovel that has the pointy end on it that you can use for digging. I've made a toolbox full of stuff. Let me show you. So in my toolbox, I have a couple of stakes that you're going to be able to tie your gopher traps to when you set them. I have a thick probe. I have a long, narrow probe. I have some gloves and some vinyl gloves. These are for people who don't like to get their hands dirty. I have a bunch of traps and a small hand shovel. Let's talk about how to set a gopher trap. All right, so here's our trap, and you'll notice I've tied a piece of twine to the trap. Some people like to use chain. I have a lot of baling twine around because I've got horses, so this is what I use. You tie the piece of twine to the back of the trap. The back is where the flap is. That way, when you set the trap, you can pull it back out of the hole when you've got a dead gopher attached to it. All right, so your trap is going to look like this. Here's the back. Here's the moving parts. You push down, see it go? All right, okay, so you flip this up, push down, hold that all down like this, bring this forward so those little prongs hook in, then it looks like this when it's set. When the gopher comes in, he comes in here, touches this plate, and it snaps and kills him. Okay, let's go set a trap. First, we're going to take our probe and dig around and see if we can find the softest spot to dig in. Did you see where the probe went right into the ground right there? That's where we're going to dig first. All right, so let's dig and see if we can find a tunnel there. Oh, I immediately see some tunnels. This is a good thing. So now you got to get down on your hands and knees, get into this hole, and see where you're going to put your trap. All right, so this is a good tunnel here. We've got a tunnel going this way, and we've got a tunnel going this way. This means we want to put two traps in here. I'm going to get my other probe and widen up the tunnel holes a little bit to make a little more room to stick the traps in there. You'll notice this is a dirty job. You're going to get your hands dirty. You're going to get your knees dirty. I'm going to set this trap again and show you how to do it. Push down, push the prongs back, flip the plate up, and then make sure the plate's all hooked in there like this. We're going to stick the trap into the hole. Wiggle it around, make sure you don't accidentally set it off. Flip my cord out of the way. Then we'll get the other trap. Push down, hold the prongs down, put the plate forward. Trap is set and ready to go. We're going to put that in the tunnel going the other direction. Stick it in there nice and deep. Now, an important part of setting traps. You have to cover up the holes and try to block all the light. So I take the dirt clots I dug up and just pile them on top. Try to block the light going into those tunnels. Now we're going to get one of the stakes I showed you. take the twine and I wrap it around, tie myself a slip knot, and there you go. That's how you set a gopher trap. I have a really good feeling about these traps I just set. Whenever you get a good tunnel split like that, you're about 50% more likely to catch a gopher. So we're gonna let these traps sit overnight, and I'll come back in the morning and see if we got a gopher. See you in the morning. It's a cold morning this morning. Let's check the traps and see how we did. Woohoo! We got one! The least fun part about catching gophers is getting the dead gopher off the trap. I'm going to show you how to do it, but there's no easy way to do it without touching the gopher. You have to just pull the plate forward and shake him off the trap. And that's how you get it done with Victor Traps.